Dopamine is a powerful neurotransmitter, often referred to as the brain's feel-good chemical. It's often called the motivation molecule because it plays a crucial role in driving our desires and actions. Why? Because dopamine is released in our brains when we do things that feel good, creating a sense of pleasure and reward. This includes essential activities like eating and connecting with loved ones, which are vital for our survival and emotional well-being. Dopamine motivates us to repeat these behaviors, ensuring that we continue to engage in activities that are beneficial for our health and happiness. However, dopamine doesn't distinguish between what's good for us in the long run and what provides a quick fix. It simply responds to any activity that has brought pleasure in the past. This means that it can be triggered by both healthy activities and those that offer instant gratification, regardless of their true value to our overall well-being. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with opportunities for instant gratification, from social media notifications to fast food and video games. Think about the last time you received a notification on your phone. Did you feel a little surge of excitement even before seeing what it was? That's dopamine at work, creating a sense of anticipation and reward. Social media platforms, video games, and even junk food are designed to trigger dopamine release, keeping us hooked and coming back for more. Each notification, each level up in a game, each bite of a delicious treat keeps us engaged, creating a cycle of seeking out these quick rewards. While these activities can provide short-term pleasure, they can also lead to a state of dopamine overload, where our brains become desensitized to the chemical. This constant stimulation can make it harder to find motivation for activities that require sustained effort, but offer less immediate rewards, such as studying, working, or even engaging in meaningful relationships. To maintain a healthy balance, it's important to engage in activities that promote long-term well-being and to be mindful of how we seek out and respond to dopamine triggers in our daily lives. We live in a world of unprecedented access and stimulation. Our phones buzz with notifications, our televisions offer endless entertainment, and we're constantly bombarded with advertisements promising instant happiness. This constant influx of information and opportunities for immediate gratification can be overwhelming for our brains. Our ancestors evolved in environments where survival depended on seeking out food, shelter, and social connection. Dopamine motivated them to engage in these essential activities. Today, we're surrounded by an abundance of dopamine-triggering stimuli that require minimal effort to obtain. This constant stimulation can lead to a phenomenon known as dopamine desensitization. Just like a drug addict needs higher doses to achieve the same high, we become accustomed to a certain level of dopamine stimulation. Everyday activities start to feel dull and uninteresting in comparison to the quick hits we get from our devices and unhealthy habits. This desensitization can have a significant impact on our focus, productivity, and overall well-being. We find it harder to concentrate, procrastinate on important tasks, and experience a general sense of dissatisfaction with life. The dopamine trap is a cycle of instant gratification that can be difficult to break free from. It's a loop that many of us find ourselves caught in, often without even realizing it. It starts with a trigger, a notification, a craving, a thought that promises a quick reward. These triggers are everywhere in our daily lives, constantly vying for our attention. This triggers the release of dopamine, creating a feeling of pleasure and anticipation. Dopamine is a powerful neurotransmitter that reinforces behaviors by making us feel good. We engage in the behavior checking our phones, indulging in junk food, scrolling through social media, and experience a temporary sense of satisfaction. These activities are designed to be highly rewarding, keeping us coming back for more. However, this feeling is fleeting. The satisfaction we get from these quick rewards doesn't last long, leaving us feeling empty and unsatisfied. As the dopamine levels drop, we're left wanting more. This craving for more leads us to repeat the behavior, hoping to recapture that initial high. This cycle repeats itself throughout the day as we constantly seek out those quick dopamine hits. It becomes a habitual pattern difficult to break. The more we engage in these behaviors, the more ingrained they become in our neural pathways. Our brains start to expect these quick rewards, making it even harder to resist. We become conditioned to seek instant gratification, sacrificing long-term goals and deep satisfaction for the fleeting pleasure of immediate reward. This can lead to a cycle of procrastination and frustration. The dopamine trap can have a detrimental effect on our lives, leading to procrastination, addiction, and a general lack of fulfillment. It can affect our productivity, relationships, and overall well-being. It's essential to recognize the signs of this trap and take steps to break free from its grip. By becoming aware of our habits and making conscious choices, we can reclaim control over our lives and find more meaningful sources of satisfaction. A dopamine detox is a period of intentional abstinence from activities that trigger excessive dopamine release. This practice is gaining popularity as people seek ways to manage their mental health and improve their overall well-being. It's not about eliminating dopamine altogether. That would be impossible and undesirable. Dopamine is essential for many bodily functions, including motivation, pleasure, and motor control. Instead, it's about resetting your brain's reward system and regaining control over your impulses. By taking a break from overstimulation, you allow your brain to recalibrate and function more effectively. Think of it like pressing the reset button on your phone. Just as a phone reset can clear out unnecessary data and improve performance, a dopamine detox can help clear mental clutter. When your phone is running slow or glitching, a reset can often clear out the clutter and restore it to its optimal functioning. Similarly, our brains can benefit from a reset to improve mental clarity and focus. Similarly, a dopamine detox can help you break free from the cycle of instant gratification and rediscover the joy in simpler things. Activities like spending time in nature, enjoying a meal, or engaging in a hobby can become more fulfilling. During a dopamine detox, you'll abstain from activities that trigger excessive dopamine release, such as social media, which often leads to mindless scrolling and comparison. Video games, which can be addictive and time-consuming. Junk food, which provides temporary pleasure but can harm your health. And excessive screen time, which can strain your eyes and disrupt sleep patterns. This may sound daunting, but it's important to remember that it's a temporary measure designed to help you regain control. The initial discomfort is often outweighed by the long-term benefits of improved mental health and well-being. The goal is not to eliminate these activities from your life entirely, but to develop a healthier relationship with them. By setting boundaries and practicing moderation, you can enjoy these activities without becoming dependent on them. By temporarily removing the excessive stimulation, you give your brain a chance to reset and become more sensitive to the natural rewards of life. This can lead to a greater appreciation for everyday experiences and a more balanced, fulfilling life. All right, let's dive into identifying your dopamine triggers, those little things that give you a quick hit of pleasure and joy. These can be anything from social media notifications to sugary snacks. It's important to recognize what these triggers are so you can start to manage them more effectively. Next, let's talk about setting boundaries and creating space. This is really crucial. By setting clear boundaries, you can limit your exposure to these triggers. And by creating space, both mentally and physically, you give yourself the opportunity to reset and recharge. Remember, it's all about balance and making mindful choices. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the constant rush of stimuli, but there are mindful alternatives that can help you regain control. Simple practices like meditation, journaling, or even a walk in nature can provide a refreshing break from the digital overload. These activities not only calm your mind, but also help you reconnect with yourself. So, consider integrating them into your daily routine for a more balanced life. Achieving sustainable focus isn't just about short-term fixes, it's about implementing long-term strategies. One effective approach is setting clear, achievable goals. Break down your tasks into smaller, manageable steps. This way you can maintain momentum without feeling overwhelmed. Additionally, prioritize your tasks to ensure you're focusing on what's truly important. Remember, consistency is key. By making these strategies a part of your regular routine, you'll find it easier to maintain focus and productivity over time. So, what are the benefits of a dopamine detox? Well, for starters, it can significantly improve your attention span. By reducing your reliance on constant stimulation, you train your brain to focus better on the tasks at hand. You'll also notice an increase in your overall productivity. With fewer distractions, you can complete your work more efficiently. Plus, a dopamine detox can enhance your mood and mental clarity, making you feel more grounded and less stressed. It's a simple yet powerful way to boost your overall well-being. In conclusion, a dopamine detox is a valuable tool for anyone looking to improve their focus, productivity, and mental health. By embracing mindful alternatives, implementing long-term strategies, and understanding the benefits, you can make significant positive changes in your life. So why not give it a try? Start small, be patient with yourself, and gradually build up to longer detox periods. You'll be amazed at the difference it can make. Take the first step today and reclaim control over your attention and well-being.